I came in here at 9:30 to set up. It's 11:13. Okay, so now that I've spent the better half of my morning stringing lights up, moving my plant, putting up lighting, let's put makeup on because I need something to chill me out right now. My coffee is gonna wear off soon, so let's go ahead and get into it.
Put your head on my shoulder.
Welcome back to my channel or my page, whichever you're watching this on. So I've been planning to do a video talking about my go-to summer look. I did this look the other day and took pictures obviously and posted on Instagram, and a lot of people really liked it. And I did a similar look yesterday and people were also saying the same thing, like, can you make a video talking about the products you used? And also I'm going to show how I did my eyeliner and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what this is. It's going to be my summer go-to look. I wouldn't necessarily say that it's going to be like light coverage or that it's going to be a particularly like fast look. For me, I just felt like it was a really nice, fresh, awake, bright, dewy, glowy, not super complicated look for like easy summer makeup. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start putting makeup on. I'm just wearing this sweatshirt that I tie-dyed the other day because after spending an hour and a half setting all this up, I can't be bothered to put an outfit on. I don't know what to tell you. So the first thing I'm going to use is this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. This is the Pure Canvas Power Primer. They have a few different ones in this range, but this is the one that I feel like keeps my makeup on the longest. I am sweaty and oily in the summer. I mean, I'm a little sweaty and oily all year round, let's be honest, but especially in the summertime. So I like this one because I feel like it is a little bit more of a powerful, like, keep it in place sort of primer. Okay, so like I was saying, I like stuff that keeps my makeup on very well, and I feel like Porefessional does that for me on my like T-zone area, so I'm gonna throw that on. I feel like the silicone-y nature of this helps my makeup stay on my nose pretty well. So now that I have my mirror, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. What I've been doing lately is going in with the Benefit Gimme Brow. This is in the shade 3. And I will sweep it over my brows and then go in with concealer. At the end of my makeup, I'll use a brow powder to add some little hair strokes, make them look a little fluffier. Alright, I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer to carve out my brows. I wet my beauty blender and I left it in the bathroom. Oh no, I didn't, it's right here! Okay, so I just like to blend that out. I like to leave the center to dry. That way when I do use a little brush, it kind of like maintains that squarish shape. Normally I would do my eyes at this step, but because I'm not really doing any intense eyeshadow, I'm just gonna go ahead and do my face. I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. This is in the shade 201. I have been known to enjoy a good fake tan. Loving Tan is like one of my favorite products. This only matches me when I've got a little bit of Loving Tan on. Their lightest shade is not quite fair enough for me, which frankly is very bothersome, upsets me very deeply. Whatever, we move past it, I put some fake tan on and it's fine. Today I am going to use this one because this is what I used in the original look that I did that I was wanting to create when I did this summery look. I just like this because it covers up redness really well without looking like you have layers of foundation on. I'm someone who has quite a bit of redness, so I'm more of a full coverage kind of person, even in the summertime, because I do still want to look like evened out and whatnot. So, summertime, you know, you like to look glowy, you like to look tan. I have to be careful because I can go a little overboard with the tanning products, and the fact that I have red hair, it doesn't look so great all the time. You know, you kind of have to be a little choosy with how much bronzer and things like that you put on. But I love this Huda Beauty Tantour. I feel like it's a really great base for putting on other bronzy products. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use this. This is in the shade Fair, and I just like to take it on a little fluffy brush and fluff it in as if it was sort of like a bronzer. That way I'm not using too much. I notice the difference in my bronzer and contour when I don't use it. For concealer, this is pretty basic. This is just what I've been using for a while. It's the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Concealer. I just like to kind of disperse it as I go rather than making any kind of crazy shapes on my face. I do like to take it on my nose just to make sure that I've kind of reduced any redness there. And what you can do, if you don't have any redness on your nose, you could just skip that and not do it. But I just like to make sure that all that disappears. I've said it once in this video, I'll probably say it again. This is not a light coverage, no makeup. This is just like my summer glow. I feel like I look like I don't have as much makeup on when I wear it, but like, let's be real, I have just as much makeup on as I usually do. It just feels nice and pretty. You'll see at the end. Okay. Now that we've got that, I'm gonna use my little iconic London highlighter drops in the shade Original. This stuff is really good. I like using it as a base for other highlighters that I put on because it makes them stick better and be more glowy throughout the day, in my opinion. It's a little dark for me, so it does cast a bit of a shadow. I'm sure you can see that on camera. I'm able to see it on my monitor right now. But once I put other highlighters over it, it doesn't look like that anymore. And it kind of just takes to the color that I put on top of it. Okay. At this point, I'm going to start powder, so now I'm going to go ahead before I put powder on and blend out my eyebrows. This is like a nice little, like, it's almost like a baby foundation brush. I love it. So I use it for the in-between of my eyebrows, and I'll just soften those corners. I'm going to use my Coty Airspun powder. But yeah, I just bake my nose because I get super oily. So I'm going to take this little brush right here and just kind of disperse some of it. I'm really not picking up a lot at all, but I'll just go with that across where I'm going to put contour and bronzer. I try to avoid where I've put highlighter down. Ah! I just got it in my hair. Now that I've done that, I'll go ahead and do my contour. This is the thing that I use every single day. This is the MAC Sculpt and Shape contour palette from the Studio Fix line. It's really good. I just like to use this little dome fluffy brush from some Morphe Black Swarovski collection. I don't know. Use my Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush. This is a JH02, and I'm going to use my Physicians Formula butter bronzer and bronze up my cheeks a little bit and the forehead. Next thing I've been really enjoying is this Laura Mercier blush in the shade Fresco. It's really a very nude shade. It's peachy, obviously, but it's not bright peach. It's more of like a subtle kind of mauvey peach tone. It helps your face look nice and alive, but it doesn't look too blushy, which when you're fair can happen a lot. I do like to put blush all over my face. I like it on my nose, I like it on my cheeks, and I like it on my forehead because I just like to look a little toasted, a little burnt. Alright, next I'll go back into the Airspun powder and carve out my contour line. My eyes now. So what I did for my look when I did it a couple of weeks ago, I'll see if I can insert a picture somewhere so you know what I'm talking about. Basically what I did for that is I just took, and I'll do this too on like days when I don't want to put a lot of effort in. I'll just take my Physicians Formula bronzer and put it all over my eyelids. What I did originally was use the Jaclyn Hill highlighter. I'm going to mix two together today because I think I used both. I don't know. I'm going to use this Anastasia Dream Glow Kit. This is the shade Wish. And so this one has a really nice peachy tone, which I've been enjoying. I just put it on my fingertip. I'm not a big like brush person when it comes to putting on anything shimmery on my eyelids. So you see that's just like, makes your eyelid pop. It's just like cute, glowy, fresh. That's the key word here, fresh. In the original photo, I used the Jaclyn Hill loose highlighter in the shade Extra. So oh my gosh, I can see that reflecting in my lens. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna spray my finger a little bit once I get this on it and put it on, that way it's extra shiny. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and just knock off all this bake that I have on so that I can highlight and contour my little nose. Okay, I'm gonna use this just the same butter bronzer that I've been using and just put it on my nose. I'm not precise with this whatsoever. So I didn't use this in the original photo that I posted earlier that I showed you and that this was inspired by. However, I rediscovered this yesterday. I had to dig through my like makeup cabinet for like 20 minutes just to find it, but I found it. This is the Anastasia Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. I used to use this like crazy. You can see this shade right here is like almost completely gone. I used, what was it, this one yesterday, and it looked so pretty. Let's see, I'm going to use my little Jaclyn Hill highlighter brush. It's my favorite highlighting brush ever at this point. I'm probably just going to take a little bit of all three of these because I don't want it to be like overly peachy, but I don't want it to be super neutral either. So I'm going to take all three of this row right here. So I'm going to take, again, the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I'm going to find a little brush that I can use underneath my eyeballs. This is just a little Anastasia A3 brush, a little bit fluffy, a little bit compact. It'll do the job. So I'm gonna just go into the bronzer again and put it underneath my eyes, just for a little bit of shadow there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finish my brows now. If I can find the product I need, here it is. I use this like every single day. This is the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo in the shade Chocolate. It is great for if you have either, I guess, brown hair with a very red undertone or red hair, because this shade right here is very red, so you can get away with it if you have red hair and it'll look red like your hair. And then of course this one on the other side is just a little bit more neutral and a little darker, but also still has kind of that warm undertone that I like. I'm just taking this on my favorite brow brush in the world. I don't know what it's called because it's been rubbed off. I think it's an Anastasia A14. I usually go in the darker of those two shades, so I'll brush my eyebrows up and then just kind of start filling in where they need more hairs. Because this, arguably, one of the most important steps to this makeup look and also my makeup looks in general. A lot of people probably hate fake freckles. I don't care, I love them. They are like my favorite thing to do with makeup. I've been lately just using this because it's easier to blend out once you've got it on your face. It's better than using a brow pomade in my opinion. I use that for a long time and that can sometimes mess with your foundation a little bit, and it's way harder to get off and fix. So if you get a freckle in the wrong spot or you make it too big or too dark or whatever, it doesn't look the way you want it to, it's way harder to fix if you're using a pomade versus a brow powder or an eyeshadow. So I'm going to use just a little bit of both of these shades. This is a little Morphe in 515. I go between this one and a Anastasia, I think it's called Swish, the Anastasia Swish brush. Right now, I have this really nice follower mentioned yesterday. She was like, oh my gosh, could you please, what did she say? She was like, oh, could you someday do a tutorial about this look? We have the same eye form. I'm always struggling with eyeliner, but yours is fire emoji. And I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. I am planning to do a look and I will include that. Dark Black Biscuit is her name. I'm gonna do my eyeliner just for you and show you exactly how I do it. I discovered yesterday the gorgeous effect that brown liquid eyeliner has on my face and with my like hazel eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and include this as a part of what I'll probably be doing a lot during the summer because it wasn't as harsh as a black liner. Obviously it doesn't look natural because it's like an eyeliner wing, but it looked prettier with my complexion, I think, than black eyeliner does when I'm doing that. Obviously I still like black eyeliner, but I was just really excited about the way that this looked. I felt like it kind of made my eyes look a little brighter. This is a Charlotte Tilbury product. This is the Feline Flick in the shade Super Brown. And it works really well. I've used this before in the shade, like in a black shade, and I used it until it was dry. Let me get into this so I can really explain what I do here. So I have slightly hooded eyes. You can tell when I'm looking straight at the camera, looking up a little bit because it's kind of up at an angle, but when I'm looking straight at the camera, you can see like my eyelid, it's not super visible. So when I do eyeliner, I don't want to put it too far in because you're just going to see a straight up black line. You're not going to be able to see any eyeshadow that I have on my lid. And when you make the lid disappear by putting too much eyeliner on, it makes your eyes look smaller. You're not going to look as awake and it kind of pulls your face down, in my opinion. So what I've figured out for my eye shape that works the best is to go in only halfway and to use a pen eyeliner. Liquid eyeliners have no place in my life. The only place that pencil eyeliners have in my life is like a white for my waterline. But in general, the only eyeliners I use are pen eyeliners. My favorite black one is the House Labs black, what's it called? I don't know the exact name of it, but it's by House Laboratories and it's really good. I've only had one of them. I think I have another one somewhere, but I haven't had to open it yet. Also, I don't know where it is. I haven't had to open a new one. I've been using it probably for like 7 months and it hasn't dried out. So those are really good. So I will start by taking the pen. Let me really get ready here. Like I said, I only go in about halfway. So I'll start like right here. So it's not exactly where my pupil is. It's a little bit before that. So I will go here in the middle and make a little line. You can see It's really thin there, so it blends with my lash line, but we've got enough to where we can make a wing with what's coming out here and not have it look uneven. So I'll do that, and then I'll make my little outer wing V. So I'll go ahead and do that and show you. So we've got that. Now I'm going to pull it in and connect it to this and then even it out. I like to use my face muscles to pull my eyebrows up and arch my brow when I'm doing this. That way my skin is taut so I can get a smooth line. So now I have this wing. It's not super even because obviously I haven't finished it yet, but you have a wing that's not taking away from how open your eye looks. The next thing that I'll do is take not from right here exactly like where I have the thinnest bit, but a little bit out, and just start to connect them and build up this line here. That way we get this evened out and blended in at a nice little slope here, but it's not impeding on our eyelid space. And I will go back and forth. Sometimes I'll make that initial like thin line that meets with my lash line. I'll make it a little further in if I feel like I need to even things out, but I'm okay with the way that this looks. I'll just even out like the underneath sometimes, even out the top of the wing. I mean, you know how it is when you're evening out a wing and then it's 5 times bigger than you started. I try not to let that happen, but you know, you gotta even it out sometimes. So I'll usually go ahead and go do that next. So this doesn't look super straight on camera, but what I also like to do when I can, and I'll try to do it with the other eye, is make this as straight as possible going across. That way it doesn't show how much like the top bit of my eyelid here kind of falls when I'm looking, because you can see it's pretty curved at this point. But if you make it a little straighter across, your eyelid won't look like it droops as much. Let me go ahead and do the other eye. So I'm going to do the same exact thing. Again, I kind of pull that line out straight rather than just going down with the curve of my eye, so that way I can connect it. And then with the bottom of my eyeliner, I never really thought about this, but I think this is kind of what I do unconsciously. I make it kind of go with the angle that my eye is curving. So like the corner of my eye here is curving up at a certain angle, and I try to match that with my eyeliner. Charlotte, you're giving me problems. This is getting a little dry on me right now. I don't know what that's about. These are not even. My eyeliner, our sisters, not twins, but it's fine. This one is a little bit more up curved. This one is quite a bit more straight. I actually like the look of this one a little bit better because I don't really like the curved up like cat eye shape. Obviously it's a cat eye kind of look because it is a winged eyeliner, but I prefer it to be a little bit straighter. And again, for anyone with hooded eyes, this is probably a good thing to try out. If you haven't done this, just see if you like it, because it really does help make your eyes look so much brighter when you don't put liner all the way in and go out. When you only do it halfway, your eyes look so much more open and you can still see like the eyeshadow that you put your hard work into. We're almost done, you guys. I'm getting tired. It's lunchtime. Oh my god, I've been sitting in this chair for an hour and 15 minutes. We got this. So the next thing I'll do is setting spray. It's a hot summer day. You want to keep that on your face. You worked hard to look this cute. I use Urban Decay All Nighter. I usually don't use this like when I'm doing makeup videos because I don't want to waste it, but here we are. This is what I do. I like to do that before I do my lashes. That way they curl better, because when they're wet, they don't curl as well. I'm gonna use my little Mercier eyelash curler. This is a very important step for me because my eyelashes are not super great on their own. Sometimes when you curl your lashes, your eyeliner will kind of like come off a little bit, which is irritating, but I'll just go back in afterwards and fix it. Full disclosure, I'm really bad at putting on mascara. It's gonna get all over my eyelids don't judge me. Okay, I've been using the Covergirl Exhibitionist waterproof mascara. Honestly, this is great for summer. I can barely get it off with makeup remover. It's gonna be the demise of my eyelashes. Like, I'm gonna have 3 left by the time I finish this tube, but they look so good when you wear this mascara. It's worth it. Like, my eyes will be bald because I'm gonna have to scrub so hard to get it off, but it's fine. So one thing that I absolutely love about this mascara and dislike about it at the same time is the fact that it keeps my eyelashes up so straight. Like, they maintain their curl like I've never seen a mascara do. The only thing is, despite this being so waterproof that like you can't get it off, it does rub off a little bit on my skin where it touches like next to my eyebrow. But I think it's worth it because it's gorgeous. So I really like going in with a like white liner in my waterline. This is the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner in, I don't know, shade white. Whiten, exactly, that's what I thought. Onto lips. My favorite lip liner in the world, I've not found a color that works better for me, is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Lavender and Lace. My lips have a little bit more of a purpley, cool undertone. I just find that this makes a super good base for me for any color I'm putting on my lips. So we'll go ahead and do that. And I do overline a little bit, but I try not to go too overboard with it. For lips, mine feel like the Sahara. I need some lip balm first. Back again, I have lip balm on, I feel better about myself. Let's talk about lip gloss. So, I am so passionate about lip gloss. I have quite a few recommendations for you that I've been using lately that I think are just a really nice, summery, fresh, pretty, like peachy kind of look. We're gonna talk about my go-tos first. One of these is the one that I'm gonna use today. Anastasia lip glosses are my favorite lip gloss in the world, probably. I think they're like $16 or $18, worth every penny. Anastasia lip glosses, a lot of them come in this sort of creamy formula. There's no shimmer to it. It's just a cream, shiny lip gloss. They're very pigmented. For me, they wear a long time. As they wear off throughout the day, they look very natural. They still look good even if I put like a little lip balm over top. It looks kind of like my lips but better sort of situation. So this one is Butterscotch. This is what I'm going to use today. On someone who's a little bit more tan, this is going to be a light nude. On me, it is a light nude, but it's just dark enough that it doesn't wash me out. This is a great shade for those of us who are really fair but want to have a nice nude lip gloss. And I really love this for a summery look because I think it kind of offsets the bronziness of my face really well. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and try to scrape off this horrific mascara job that I did on myself, and then we'll call it a day on this makeup look. Okay, so this is my finished look. I just feel cute and summery and like peachy and all that. I just think that it's a look I'm gonna do a lot during the summer just because again, it just feels cute. It goes with a lot of different outfits. It makes me feel pretty, which I feel like is, you know, all you really want out of makeup. So yeah, for anyone who wanted to know what those 2 makeup looks that I did were, this is pretty much how I put them together. And for the girl who wanted to know how I did my eyeliner, this is how I do it. Now you know. Whether you're on my Instagram or YouTube, go ahead and follow me or subscribe. That would mean so much to me. It really helps me out. Of course, like the video, leave a comment, tell me what you thought, suggest other things for me to film. I'm definitely open to people's suggestions. But yeah, that pretty much wraps this up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.